latest video from...
Hello guys, and welcome to the latest episode from Station Feature. And welcome to a quite bizarre looking little station at St James's Park. This is for episode number 28 of Station Feature. And today I'm going to give you a little tour around the station and look at its facilities.
Today you can see me dancing.
And there's Max. Yep, the interview is going to be with Jake from Great Western Rail Photography, so yeah. So let's get started here at St James's Park and get touring. Enjoy guys. Okay, so the first thing about St James's Park is that the branding on the station sign is First Great Western.
Oh, old First Great Western.
So it's old First Great Western. It's older than the other one, yep it is. And it's also got the Avocet line logo on it, so it looks quite nice. Around here as well you've got just the waiting shelter which everyone's in. And then behind this is like a garden sort of area. It's an allotment. It's like really well looked after-ish. It's an allotment area.
I'm just going to ring National Rail and see what's going on between our bridge.
You can press that button.
No,
anyway, so yeah, this is an allotment area that's just behind the shelter. It's actually quite nice. It looks nicer in the sunshine. But in the shelter is really like, this is a bit of the more rundown of shelters. It's nice. Painted nicely, got a nice little roof. Jack's just like admiring it.
It's now the same colour as GWR.
Yeah, it's quite good. And there's just some bins with my notepad on it as well. Recycled, so at least they've got a bin here. Over here is the station help point. I'm basically following here. Over here's the station help point. So you've got obviously the information and the emergency button, which you don't want to press. But then over here is obviously the information screen. You probably can't see it very well because it's sunny, but there it is anyway. You can just about see that. So up here, this is platform 2, and this is for all trains that head over to Exmouth. So the view across, the curved view is actually quite nice. And there's the bridge, but behind here is just the view. Straight track, it's really nice, lovely view. And then yeah, so all trains here go to Exmouth. No trains call here that don't. So yeah, it's definitely always Exmouth unless there's engineering work somewhere, but it's always Exmouth. Good call here. South Western Railroad past the station to Waterloo, but that's about it. So up here is the ramp that takes you all the way up. It's a really steep ramp that takes you all the way up to the entrance of St James's Park. Now the station itself is, from the view wise, is quite good. And obviously it's really sunny, so the weather's actually on our side today as well. So it's looking nice in general. So as you go up here, you can find the station entrance with probably all the information on it. Yeah, you can. So here's a timetable. So all trains from St James's Park, and that's to Exmouth and next to Barnstaple, and from St James's Park in general we've got quite a lot. So that isn't too bad. Over here you got St James's Park onward travel information. Didn't show this at Exeter Central, but I'll show this at St James's Park instead, which is Exeter City area, City Centre, Digby Retail Park, Sports Arena, Marsh Barton's over there. It's a bit scrunched up. Pinho, there. Pinho's quite not that far away. Poleslow Road, Pinho Road, which is for Poleslow Bridge. Or Pinho, one of the two. It's one of them anyway, and then St Thomas is there as well. So over here you got travel advice about Exeter Rugby and Exeter City. Timetable changes on match days at Sandy Park and St James's Park. So yeah, there's obviously some football matches on. So amended trains are obviously shaded grey, so it's all looking good there. Trains are always busier than usual on match days. Amended timetable is also in place before and after sports matches. Please plan ahead and if possible catch an earlier train than usual. So here's the St James's Park station information as well. So here's like a little bulletin that says about buses replacing trains, but there's nothing here to say so far. So we'll go take a look at the next platform now. So this is the entrance to St James's Park, or one of the entrances that leads up to Exeter City Stadium. But out here as well is the bridge that sort of leads out. So there's a view over there, there's also a view down here, which you can also see. And that view sort of looks over straight track over there. It's actually quite nice. And then there's St James's Park, sponsored by Domino's Pizza, looking lovely. So over here as well, you've got some sort of bulletins again. Pretty much the same as on the other side, but then down here you've got a ramp that takes you down to platform 1, which is for all trains going towards Exeter. So this is for Exeter St David's, Painston and Barnstaple, as well as Exeter Central if need be as well. South Western Railway pass here as well, going towards Exeter. Never don't. Over here you've got platform 1. It's actually quite a steep way down. Very steep way actually, it's not just quite, it's very. And as you go down here, there's a B, yuck. And then you've got over here the view and platform 1 here as well, and the help point, which is graffitied, shockingly, and it's actually different to the other one. 13:48 at Painston, expected 13:50, so it's 2 minutes late. And then you've got the waiting shuttle over here, which again in green, a little bit bigger than the other one, but it is still relatively big. And then it's just towards the end of St James's Park over here. So that's that really. That's St James's Park really. It's a nice little station. Nice facilities, probably good enough, but we'll go and see what Jake thinks anyway. So we'll move on to the interview with him. Okay, so I'm here with Jake. Jack's there, but he's not doing the interview for this one, he's just sat there.
Hello.
Anyway, so I'm here with Jake, and this is for an interview for St James's Park. So, this station's relatively, what's unstaffed, isn't it? So
yeah, it's a useful station.
Yeah, it's a useful station. What's it useful for?
The football ground up there, which to me is a unorganised mess happens on there.
Yeah, well, it's just Exeter City, isn't it? So
yeah.
It doesn't look very welcoming though, like the entrance
Right,
of it.
they've got 25 minutes, signalling problems still between Ivorish and Plymouth now.
Okay, cool. Right,
Okay.
so yeah, we've got oh sorry, yes, fine. We've got Exeter City's ground up there. But
Yeah.
it's obviously when you go up there.
Well, I'll say as well, they've actually painted a staircase, haven't they, or whatever you call
Yeah.
it, in the ramp case.
Yeah, up there. It's painted in Exeter City's colours.
Yeah.
And kit colours, it's quite interesting. Anyway, so about the services here, not all the GWR locals stop here, do they?
No, in the main off-peak, it's pretty much hourly from like Exeter, well, Painston to Exmouth services. Sometimes in the afternoon and Saturdays, to do put on a few additional well, some of the Barnstaple services call. I'm pretty sure it's because of the football, like to kind of ease out the football and the Painston services.
Yeah.
Because they're the busiest trains from Painston anyway. And
yeah.
Well, what was I going to say now?
Yeah, about how busy they were, yeah.
Yeah. And well, pretty much a weekday in peak time till we stop anyway to help commuters get home, etc, etc.
Yeah. Okay, so the facilities at this station then, what do you think?
Basic.
What, do you think it's what it needs to be?
I think it could do the CIS maybe. Like
It's
the
got
dot
a
matrix.
CIS.
Well, the dot matrix I meant.
Dot matrix, yeah.
They're better than dot matrix.
Like Tor's got it now, so
Yeah.
Tor's got a white LED one.
yeah.
Just like Penryn of
I think this will end up with it then.
But then,
I think this will probably end up with it.
I think all the local
did-
stations will have on this.
Platform 1 at Didcot Parkway's getting one.
Yeah.
And Oldfield Park's getting them.
Cool.
You know what this place needs? TBM.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a vending machine as well.
Yeah.
Because all it's got is shelters, isn't it, and information screens.
Yeah.
Needs a bit more.
Yeah.
So what do you generally think then, Jake, about the station itself as a spot from a spotter's point of view?
Quite nice views there, even though it can be a bit run down. I think it's better to come on a nice day like this rather than just like a dull murky all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they actually like make the most of the views, etc.
Yeah. Would you recommend it for
Yeah.
photography?
Yeah, especially if there's like HSC diverts coming through, you know, yeah.
Yeah, go on. Alright, I'm just going to strawberry light, it's very nice of him. Anyway, so, going on.
Yeah, boy.
What do you think of the...
Thanks.
So I've got a question. So,
Yeah.
this station's obviously on the Avocet line, but obviously the junction's just up from here, isn't it?
Yeah, for the Exmouth junction's just up there, where the line goes straight ahead, going on, like under the M5 and carry on towards like Wimpole, Fennerton, Honiton, Cranbrook.
Yeah,
up
nice
towards,
purposely missing out Pinho there. Poor Albie. Purposely missing out Pinho in that.
Anyway,
Yes.
and going up towards like Yeovil, Salisbury, London, Waterloo.
Yeah.
And towards the right of branches off towards like Newcourt, Topsham, Livingston, Exmouth,
Yeah, so it's quite it's just easy to get around.
Yeah.
But it can be subject for delays, especially with South Western Railway, can it? Because sometimes
Yeah.
coming through here, they come through really slow.
Yeah.
But what's that usually because of? It's because of like, are they waiting for the Exmouth one to clear?
Yeah, that and Exeter Central Station is just literally like down the road, isn't it?
Yeah,
So they kind of like accelerate or smooth it for that.
makes sense actually. So it is interesting though, because obviously the speed through here isn't too fast either, is it? It's like,
I think the actual speed through the platforms are actually 70.
but yeah, they never use
Yeah,
70.
no. And I think down there at Central Station you go down to 30 on the approach, like under the bridge.
Yeah. That's why they go so slow then.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is relatively served by what traction usually do you see?
Typically, well, stopping services 143, 150, 153, and maybe from July possibly 158 if they're needed on the Exmouth.
Yep.
And passing through got 158s and 159s.
Every time I'm on the West of England main line though,
Yeah.
I always get disrupted and I always miss my connection at Exeter because of this station,
Yeah.
and it's not good. Well, it makes me dislike it.
Well,
a little bit more,
I think
but-
another main problem is like Exmouth or like Tisbury, you know, where they pass. It's a bit like the Avocet and Parkway branches as well. They have to like wait for trains to come in, so I slow down, etc.
Yeah, it's quite a interesting little station there.
Yeah.
And there's another rugby team that also. you
Yeah,
can get
Chiefs down the line at Newcourt. Well, yeah, Newcourt top should be Digby use that.
on- Yeah, but they'll put on extra trains for that, won't they?
Pardon?
They'll put on extra trains for the Chiefs, won't they?
Yeah. Or like more coaches probably. Probably haven't got the room to put on extra trains today.
Okay, so here's an interesting fact for you. I didn't bring this up, but I wanted to see if you knew it. When a train usually stops here on this particular platform,
Yeah.
how many doors open?
Normally one.
And it's only the front, isn't it, or middle?
It's the second door from the front on a 150.
Yeah, all right for a pacer.
Front door only, isn't it?
And a 153 would be the whole thing.
Depends if it's 153 on its own.
Yeah, if it's on its own, then
Probably both doors, wouldn't it, in the UK?
you probably never get that though.
No.
All right, well.
They did a week ago Monday.
Yeah, 3 153s on the road on that in Exmouth.
So is there anything you'd improve about the station in terms of services?
Services, I would say maybe get all the Exmouths call in here because it can get quite busy at times in the football one, etc.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it really. Don't really need any improvement. There's no need for SWR to stop here really.
Yeah, I suppose not. So in general, you like the station then?
Yeah, it's been quite a nice station I think, even though some people don't like it.
Phil. So yeah, okay.
Why does Phil hate this station?
I don't know, ask him. So yeah, so thank you then Jake for the interview, and hopefully see you soon.
Yeah,
Well, see you
see
one
ya.
more.
Yeah.
Well, 2 more after this.
Yeah, Barnstable.